Previously on Unforgiven, a team of vampires who call themselves the Forgiven have banded together to resist their bloodlust and use their powers to defend humanity under the guidance of their leader Raizo. But the newest member of this team, Red Blood, betrays Raizo after the recent encounter with a demonic vampire, Salome. The team defeat the creature with the help of Spiderman, and after the fight, Red Blood steals the Lightbender amulet that protected Raizo from the sun and kills him. And secretly, she is working for a mysterious vampire group and their leader, Bobby Quench. Meanwhile, the Forgiven has teamed up with the X-Men to stop a mutant organ harvesting villain, Roy Powell. But the battle pushed the heroes at their limit, and in the end, the Forgiven breaks their codes and kills Roy and hides themselves into the darkness. On the other side, realizing her mistake, Red Blood appears at the Forgiven's hideout, but right from behind, she gets attacked by a vampire for betraying Bobby Quench. But before she can take her life, Captain America knocks out the vampire, and they both learn that the Forgiven has turned off their own light benders, and without Raizo, they can go into the darkness. Welcome to Comicstube YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review the one-shot chapter of Captain America, The Unforgiven. You can check out all the previous parts on this playlist. So if you guys are new here, please subscribe and turn on all the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. The issue opens up with Captain America and Red Blood, who are working together and trying to find all the details of Forgiven members and their whereabouts. So Captain personally visits each and every members of the Forgiven and convinces them to again work together to defeat the upcoming threat. So Cap finally visits the last members of the Forgiven, the most trustworthy ally of Raizo, Night Eyes, and he arrives in an abandoned village of Pennsylvania to locate Night Eyes, whose real name was Eliza, who was the daughter of a slave. Eliza married and had a daughter, but one night Eliza's husband got killed by a vampire and Eliza got turned into a vampire. So in the morning, when her daughter came in, pained by the rising sun, Eliza accidentally killed her own daughter. She cried for days until Raizo found her and took her away. And now Eliza, the Night Eyes, again goes into her old nature. So after a stressful fight, Cap manages to convince Night Eyes to work with him, as it is the only way to redeem herself and honor their leader Raizo. Meanwhile, at Quench Institute, after getting beaten up by Captain, the vampire Janice returns to Bobby Quench and he is angry at his servant as she failed to kill Red Blood. And as he about to give her the punishment, Red Blood shows up and surrenders herself to Bobby Quench. On the other side, at the Forgiven's hideout, Cap informs the team about the whole incident and he convinces them to help Red Blood from the creature that she is working with. And as the team wondering about Red Blood's boss, Miss Zawadi, the monster hunter, shows up and tells them Red Blood served the great horror that even Salome feared. This evil is old. When the Homo sapiens first arrived on Earth, their appearance was a threat to the demonic creature Chthon. So Chthon made an offer to the last of the first men, Guiomar. He would become immortal, feeding on the chthonic energies of the demon, and in return, he would kill the religions of these new humans. But when Chthon got defeated by Scarlet Witch as she contained the evil within herself, so Guiomar decided he will take his lord's place. You can check out the battle between Chthon and Scarlet Witch in Darkhold Omega on this link. So now, Guiomar is preparing a blood sacrifice to become even stronger. So after gathering the details of Bobby Quench's location, the heroes go on a mission to defeat Bobby and save Red Blood. Meanwhile, at the underground basement, Bobby captures Red Blood and restrains her under several injectors. So to achieve his true goal, Bobby begins the process and the needles enter into Red Blood and begin to transfer human blood into her body, and he keeps doing that until she gets exploded, and during that time, Bobby begins to devour her life force, and by doing that, he unleashes the vampires and lycanthropes on the innocents, flooding the streets with their blood. So in that time, the heroes arrive at Quench Institute, but their way is blocked by magic spells. So Zawadi uses her enchantments and opens a portal inside the institute. So wandering the dimension, the heroes get attacked by a bunch of vampires. So with no other options left, they engage themselves in a bloody fight. So after clearing out the surrounding vampires, the heroes finally encounter Bobby Quench and they manage to save Red Blood, but it is already too late as Bobby devours all the powers from Red Blood. He opens a doorway of the demonic dimension of the Dark Hold. So during the battle, one member of the Forgiven, Quickshot, devises a plan. He makes a modification into his Lightbender amulet as it can hold the sunlight that can destroy any demonic creature. He prepares it to use against Bobby. But right at that time, Red Blood grabs the amulet from Quickshot and rushes to sacrifice herself and kill Bobby Quench. But on her way, Inca snatches the amulet from Red Blood and by turning into a fog, she enters inside Bobby, and with a bright explosion, Inca sacrifices her life and kills Bobby Quench. So with his death, the call of Chthon also goes quiet. The darkness fades away from the entire world. All the possessed heroes and villains return to their normal self. So as everything settles down, the Forgiven gladly accepts Red Blood and she begins her training under Miss Zawadi. So instead of feeding on the animals, the vampires are trying their best to become a vegan, and the other vampires who worked under Bobby Quench now become the part of Forgiven. So with Captain America's help, the Forgiven again serve themselves to protect the innocent lives from demons and supernatural entities. They know they are not like superheroes, but whenever this world needs them, the Forgiven will always use their power to defend the humanity. And with that, the one-shot chapter of Captain America, The Unforgiven comes to a close. So which part you like the most? Please share your thoughts on the comment section down below. And please like this video and do subscribe, as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.